The COVID-19 pandemic highlights the need for adequate housing and access to basic services as people are urged to protect themselves from infection through isolation in their homes. At the same time, the pandemic is having profound effect on the business of housing and the challenges faced by housing sector practitioners. We can't overemphasize the role of real estate in boosting economic growth in Nigeria. According to some economic experts, real estate as an economic subsector in Nigeria has remained one of the potential revenue drivers for the country's economy. How well have we utilized real estate as a driver of the Nigeria's economy? These and other issues will be the focus on the program today. I am your housing diva, Flora Annie. You're watching Housing Development. Let's hook you up with our news desk. I'll be back.
The leading Pan-African habitat and housing company, Shelter Afrique, in partnership with A1 Foundation, has given out palliative support to women living in slums of Jabi area of Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, as part of efforts towards alleviating suffering during the COVID-19 lockdown. The palliatives, which included a variety of food items such as rice, beans, noodles, and 900 grams of detergent, were given to over 2,600 women in Dakibu slum, most affected by the lockdown. While speaking with Housing News during the distribution of the palliatives, the regional representative of Shelter Afrique, Mrs. Elizabeth Ogonibu, stated that although the company has headquarters in Kenya, it cannot overlook the hunger in the land owing to the coronavirus pandemic, hence the need to reach out to the most vulnerable people with palliatives, while also calling for established organizations to emulate such initiatives during this lockdown. Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad has assented to a law repealing the Bauchi Geographic Information Service, BAGIS, replacing it with a new one that will provide support for land administration processes through securitization of tenure and support for land and property taxation. Speaking while signing the bill into law at the government house in Bauchi, Muhammad said the previous law allowed BAGIS to assume power over land administration, contrary to the provisions of the Land Use Act. According to him, the new law would ensure effective land administration in line with best practices, just as it directed the Commissioner of Lands and Survey to use the development to assist the state government in achieving set objectives, adding that plans are on top gear for a robust master plan for major cities in the state. Built environment experts have called for the enforcement of fire safety designs and measures that could mitigate fire outbreaks and the attendant loss of lives and properties in the country. The experts, who are troubled by increasing cases of fire outbreaks in public buildings, stated that in recent weeks, major public buildings in Abuja, including the Accountant General of the Federation's building, marketplaces, and filling stations, had experienced fire outbreaks causing destruction to valuables. Hence, the need for buildings to be designed to offer an acceptable level of fire safety and minimize the risk to lives and valuables from heat and smoke from whatever sources. The University of Lagos Center for Housing and Sustainable Development, an urban policy think tank, has proposed a multi-integrated approach to housing provision across the country, following indications that the much-expected bailout fund for the revival of the stalled real estate or housing projects is likely to fail without a blueprint. According to experts at the center, the financially viable model, tagged National Housing Initiative, will deliver 4 million housing units over the course of 4 years, as housing supply is anchored on the regeneration rather than new build, recognizing the importance of a rental housing strategy. The core strategies in a 56-page document submitted to the presidency by founding director of the center, Professor Timothy Nubi, are completion home loan scheme such as cooperative house completion loan scheme and individual developers home completion scheme, and the NHI plans to adopt cooperative housing development scheme and integrate cooperative societies into the mass housing delivery market. Data recently released by the World Health Organization reveals that India is home to 14 out of 20 most polluted cities in the world. New Delhi and Varanasi are among the 14 Indian cities named in a list of 20 most polluted cities in the world in terms of PM 2.5 pollutant levels as released in 2018. The WHO data also showed that 9 out of 10 people in the world breathe air containing high levels of pollutants, with other Indian cities that registered high levels of pollutants including Kanpur, Gaya, and a few cities in China and Mongolia. The WHO therefore called on member countries in its Southeast Asian region to aggressively address the double burden of household and ambient air pollution, saying the region accounts for 34% of the 7 million premature deaths caused by air pollution together globally every year.
My name is Akim Oguniro, founder CEO Eximia Realty Limited. Keep watching Housing on TV.
For full details of the news, visit www.africanhousingnews.com. Achieving affordable housing in Nigeria will continually be our aim on this program, and we won't stop the advocacy until we get it done. Talking about affordable housing, what would the average day-to-day struggling Nigerian term as affordable when it comes to buying a house? Is it possible for a common man to own a home in Nigeria? Take a listen to some Nigerians as they speak on this.
Well, it would take supernatural intervention for a common man to have a house in Nigeria because the minimum wage is too low. You can't plan your future with that, and obviously you can't own a house with this present minimum wage. Even at the new increment on the minimum wage, 30,000 naira, is still too low. So for me, my opinion is you will need to pray very hard and fast for 2 years, maybe, probably, if you can, to own a house in Nigeria, a common man, that is.
It's not possible. It's impossible. I don't know how to put it, because everything is so high in Nigeria. There's no job. We that are selling market, we don't see any profit. There's no way. If I say it's possible, you know, I'm deceiving myself. And I pass the age of deceiving myself.
It's very possible by divine providence. So I will not say it's not possible. It's very possible. With God, all things possible.
It's difficult. It is hard because the opportunity is not there, and I see that it's designed for the elite. It's difficult for a common man to actually get the loan or get the facility, what it takes to get on a house. It's difficult.
For me, I would say it's possible, because let me say if they're paying you, like, okay, let me use people in the marketplace. They are selling and they are making profit of, like, in a month they are able to earn 100,000. If they can save and manage themselves, they'll be able to get a property in Nigeria.
It depends on what the person is doing anyway. If the person is doing, like, say, business and starts saving a little amount of the money that he's making from the business and targeted his or herself, himself in a period of time, it's very possible to earn a house.
Tagma. I encourage you to watch Housing Development.
Quite interesting answers we got there. It almost seems like all hopes has been lost. But I believe that someday our dream of affordable housing for all will become a reality. Welcome back. The role of real estate to economic growth is overlooked in developing countries, and thus its potential is often missed. Why is this so when it is a huge sector that can boost the economy of a nation? In this report, we'll look at ways real estate can contribute to Nigeria's economy. Take a look.
Real estate plays an integral role in the Nigerian economy. Residential real estate provides housing for families. It is often the greatest source of wealth and savings for many families. Commercial real estate, which includes apartment buildings, create jobs and spaces for retail offices and manufacturing. Real estate business and investment provide a source of revenue for millions. Globally, real estate sector is one of the most profitable ventures of several economies and one of the indices of measuring economic growth of a society. It is a sector that mirrors the economic viability and sustainability of an economy and its poverty level. In generality, the level of infrastructure development in the country says a lot about its economic status. The role of real estate to economic growth is overlooked in developing economies, and thus its potential is often missed. Speaking on how real estate can benefit Nigeria's economy, these housing stakeholders say housing can provide massive employment in Nigeria if gotten right.
Real estate is a major contributor to the economy in so many areas. Is it in the building construction, in the manufacturing industry when we talk of building materials, and even in the training, every aspect of that construction is more or less a source of income generation. And also, you also want to talk to the extent of infrastructure. They also provide jobs for the people.
For this real estate expert, he says if investors put money into real estate, it can lead to redistribution of wealth.
Yes, it can. Of course, if money is injected into the system, investors, putting in money in real estate, it can lead to redistribution of wealth. Because that way, you're going to be hiring lots of workers to lead to job creation. You're going to be buying, lots of products, from other manufacturing companies. So I think it's something that the government should look into. If we can provide lots of infrastructure, it can actually improve the economy of the country at large.
Real estate is somewhat seen as a domain of the developed world who have in the past exceeded their capacity to embark on very huge infrastructure projects. It is believed that if Nigeria completely keys into the industry, it will serve as an economic boost for the nation.
My name is Femi Adewale. I'm the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Family Homes Fund. I endorse the Housing Development Program and the impact that is making in providing information about housing in Nigeria.
My name's Robert Hornsby with American Home Builders of West Africa. Keep watching Housing Development Program.
You're still watching Housing Development. As the federal government intensifies fights against the coronavirus pandemic with the extension of the lockdown, artisans who earn daily wages for their sustenance have this to say.
I'm a painter, interior decoration, yeah. Since this stay-at-home started, it has been difficult. I haven't been getting so much supplies based on, we make money by the day. And since this thing happened, we've not been able to go out and make money. Quite difficult, very difficult.
For over 3 weeks now, it's very, very difficult because it's handwork that we do. I'm not doing any government work. Like a day, if I come out, if I go to site and work, I can more than 10,000 naira in a day. Government have our whole account number. Like now, I have my account now. We have open bank. They can give us something that is we can able to manage on our own. They need to come out and give us something.
Oh boy, but this lockdown is something else. I wish to advise the government to just help Nigerian, this lockdown. So they have to do something.
Since they said this lockdown, we have not been able to see work. People have not been able to see food to eat. We have not seen work since for the past 21 days. And we don't know what the government is doing to help us, especially with the handwork people. We heard that they are sharing money. For the past 21 days now, we have not seen money here in this place. I don't know how they are sharing it, the modalities they are using to share this money. We advise the government to help those people that are not government workers, to help them so that they will get something to eat. They should share small money. Why that they want to share money through BVN? But up now, I have not seen anything.
Our advice to the government, number one, the suffering is too much. Because you can check our population, check the number, and check the number of graduates, being staff. Some people cannot even acquire 3 square meals in a day. So our advice to the government is to at least lay an assistance.
We Nigerians dey suffer. They say make I no go work. I be visa engineer. I dey house, I get BYD. But only me one dey go hustle. I dey cook hamburgers and dey chop am finish. I dey house and no hustle. Make una try assist us. You no get kerosene money, no dey go take buy gas. If na garri mo dey drink. You no understand.
I'm Leilani Farha, the UN Special Rapporteur, and I hope you'll keep watching the Housing Development Program.
Those are artisans there talking about their plight during this lockdown. Now it is good news for those of you in need of luxury for affordable prices. Are you in need of a mortgage bank and a developer you can trust with your housing needs? Let's hook you up with Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited. Now here is a quick one from PMBL.
It is no longer news that many Nigerians have little or no knowledge about mortgage banks and its functions of aiding the masses own a decent house they can afford. Year in, year out, Nigerians, especially civil servants, low-income earners and traders, grapple with the challenge of paying house rent, while some are being evicted from their homes as a result of their sole reliance on household income, ignorant that mortgage banks can make them own a house with ease. Profiling solutions to these problems, the Chief Executive Officer of Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited, Sir Emmanuel Mbaka, says the bank is the best and expert in making Nigerians own their dream house in any part of the country within 48 hours.
My bank has over 18 branches across the country, creating mortgages for civil servants across the geopolitical zones of the country. What we have been doing in over 10 years now, helping this average civil servant in Nigeria to own their own home. And then that is why we are the largest trading partner of the Federal Mortgage Bank. Federal Mortgage Bank is a custodian of the funds generated by the National House of Funds, for which the civil servants in Nigeria are contributing 2.0% of the basic salary contributed to the National House of Funds. And our understanding is that the civil servants are made to have access to this pool of funds in accessing their homes through us. And this is what we have been doing all over the country. And we have done it to the best of our knowledge and capacity.
He also allayed the fears of many who believe that owning a house through mortgage in Nigeria is cumbersome, very expensive, and a scam, stressing that the process is easy.
If you are watching this program, we will advocate that if you are interested in owning house in any of our designated estates within the country, you could walk into any Platinum Mortgage Bank branch and request for an application for either a fast-track mortgage. Fast-track mortgage is a mortgage that can ensure you have a house within 48 hours after meeting up the requirements. The requirements are not very difficult. Top among our requirements is ability to show evidence of consistent source of income that is verifiable, and also prove that you are a Nigerian and above the age 21. You walk into any Platinum branch across the country within 48 hours after meeting our requirement. You have a house over your head.
Sir Emmanuel Mbaka also assured Nigerians that the bank has the lowest interest rates of loan repayment, closely marking that of the Federal Mortgage Bank in Nigeria.
My name is Sir Emmanuel Mbaka. I am the MD Platinum Mortgage Bank. You are watching Housing Development on AIT.
Why must you stay at home in preventing the spread of COVID-19? The virus only spreads as much as we allow it spread. The choice of where you go to at this time may put everyone close to you at risk of COVID-19. When you stay at home, there is also a limit to your contact with possibly infected objects and materials compared to when you are in a public place. You are more likely to maintain proper hygiene and sanitation of yourself and home if you stay at home. Always ensure you stay safe, stay aware, and stay home. By doing this, you will not only be protecting yourself, but also protecting your family, friends, and the entire populace. Join the fight against COVID-19. Take preventive precautions seriously. Stay at home, work from home. Help stop the spread of the virus. Do your part and we'll all be safe. Together we can do it. Together we can conquer the virus. Together we can heal the world.
Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited has rolled out Palliative with a 48 hours fast-track mortgage where you can own a house in just 48 hours. Why not take advantage of that opportunity right now by calling the number showing on your TV screen? On that note, I call it a wrap on the program today. To catch up on all you've missed and to watch previous episode, please visit our YouTube channel at Housing TV Africa. You can also go follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Housing Program. For those who want to be part of this program in terms of sponsorship and advertisement, you can send a WhatsApp message to the number on your TV screen or send a mail to housingprogramonait@gmail.com. Remember, stay safe. If you must go out, use your face masks, and social distancing is very important at this time. I remain Flora Ani, your housing diva. See you soon.